Alright guys, so this video is going over how to perform the Nautilus Glute Drive. So this is a movement that will bias our glutes and also our quad, a bit of adductor in the process, but mainly where we're trying to bias and train our glutes in the shortened position. In other words, the contraction or the squeeze instead of the stretch, which is quite a unique movement. We don't really do this throughout much other movements in our program. So first of all, we want to think about our foot position. You want your feet set so they're relatively stacked under your knees. Here, when your feet are quite far forward, you want to then push your feet forward, which will encourage us to use our quads. So we want our feet relatively stacked under the knees. You can use the lines on the machine as a reference point to make sure your feet are the exact same position, to make sure you're set up standardized. So make sure they're the exact same every time. And when we are setting up, we want to make sure the belt's on the crease of the hip. If it's a bit uncomfortable, you can either fold a hoodie up, place it on top, or alternatively use a yoga mat. From there, we want to strap it in, place it as tight as you can. And then when we're performing this movement, you want to unrack by driving up, pushing the handles forward. And then when we are driving up, something really important is don't think about pushing your feet this way. Think about driving your feet forward and down. So imagine the platform's ice. You don't want your feet to slide forward on the ice. So think heels back and down, as shown. So core tight, chin tucked, drive your heels this way, and repeat that process. The reason why we're not driving forward is because what movement does this? The leg extension. So the quad extends the knee or straightens the knee. So we're encouraging more knee extension, whereas here, we're encouraging more hip extension. We're encouraging us to train the muscles that straighten the hip. In other words, the glutes. So think about driving your heels back and down, chin tucked, core tight, pause at the top, unless I specify otherwise, because that's kind of where the value of the movement is.
Thanks very much for watching. The full video is available exclusively to my online coaching and personal training clients. If you're interested in any of the two services, feel free to inquire via messaging me on any of my social media platforms or via the link in the description if applicable, depending on where you're watching this.